Is anyone here not familiar with DTM? Distinguished Toastmaster, that's the highest level education you can earn at Toastmasters. And Philip is our current DTM, the only one in the club. When I started Toastmaster 10 years ago, my goal was to improve my speaking skills and get over my fear of speaking in meetings. I've achieved that and more. I've improved my leadership skills, not so much because I completed two paths in pathways, but because I've been a club officer, area director, division director. I've organized speech contests. Now I feel like I am ready for the DTM title, but it's a long to complete a DTM project, that's a leadership project with 2 speeches. I need to either mentor a new club or coach a club in difficulty. And there's another requirement, organize a speechcraft. Organizing a speechcraft is the purpose of my DTM project. And today I'm going to talk about the planning of it. And I've organized it with Oxana, who is also trying to get her DTM at the same time. So today I'm going to talk about the planning. What is a speechcraft? How did we go about identifying participants and logistics and what we needed to do to prepare the sessions? What is a speechcraft? When I started working on this 4 months ago, I had just a vague idea. It was some sort of workshop to introduce a group of people to Toastmasters. The Toastmaster website had little information about it, but I found an excellent 2-hour video on YouTube by Anne Golden, DTM. She explained speechcraft from A to Z, everything I wanted to know. A speechcraft is just like a Toastmaster meeting, well, a series of it, except that the speaking times are shorter. An icebreaker will be 2 to 3 minutes. Another speech will be 3 to 5 minutes. Evaluation, 1 to 2 minutes. It's just for practice. And then the leader has to give a presentation, short presentation, 5 minutes on speaking skills, how to structure a speech, how to select a topic, how to do evaluations. In addition, there are requirements for getting a DTM credit. You have to conduct 4 to 8 sessions, each one being 1 to 2 hours. And because we do it with Oxana, we had to find 10 participants. Where were we going to find participants? Well, Oxana and I, we've been working as area director. I was area director before and now division director for the Oracle Rocklin Club. It's a club that's struggling to maintain 8 members. That's a minimum for a club to remain in Toastmasters. It's not that they don't get guests, but their meetings lack structure. They don't have an agenda. They don't have speakers. They don't have roles. They mostly talk about theme of the day and do table topics. Guests who come are not impressed. They don't sign up. I suggested that we should do a speechcraft to help them practice with an agenda and speakers. So Oxana and I, we talked to the club president, Douglas, and he came back saying, yes, 7 of the club members were interested to participate. That was great. We only needed 3 more people. Before we look for them, we decided that we would do the sessions during the actual club meeting, since 7 of the members could already meet at that time. And the other people, our goal was that eventually at the end, they would join the club too. So they would have to be available at that time. Then we decided to do 6 sessions. 4 was a little bit short, 8 a little bit long. And we scheduled them from January 14th to February 19th. Now we're ready to get 3 more people. Oxana and I, we drafted a marketing pitch to help Douglas recruit more participants. The benefits of being in Oracle, he had access to a whole pool of members, of Oracle people. He only reached out to a few teams. But by mid-January, he had 4 people interested. So now we only needed 6 current members. Douglas was going to help us out just as regular Toastmaster member, not speechcraft member. So again, the benefits were going to improve the meeting quality and increase the membership for the club. Now we had one last thing to prepare. The Oracle Rocklin Club was in charge of purchasing 2 speechcraft bundles. They are little like pathways. They give access to material to the participants. Then we prepared an agenda template. We prepared a 6-week schedule, assigning roles to all the participants, and that included Oxana, myself, and Douglas, because we were their helper. And we thought of presentation topics. Our planning was all done. We were ready to go. So in summary, I explained what a speechcraft is, why we plan to do it with the Oracle Rocklin Club, how we found participants and prepare sessions. That takes me a little bit further on my DTM journey. I've completed my DTM project 50% because I have one more speech to go. The speechcraft is 90% done. Our last session is tomorrow. I am 5% done with Club Coach. I just signed up to coach Oracle Rocklin along with Oxana. And we have now to get the club to the distinguished status. I'll talk more about that in my second DTM project speech, along with the outcome of the speechcraft. So stay tuned. I will be back soon with episode 2 of my DTM project. Mr. Toastmaster.